So it is really hard to transition from a homegrown software into any sort of platform or any sort of software that you are now relying on some outside partner to maintain, to grow, and to keep secure. But there are many drawbacks to staying where you are, to not making that decision to move into a modern software. Recently, we've been able to bring on a lot of customers who have moved from a homegrown system onto a software like RepSpark. So we always ask them, what are the costs of a homegrown system? And what were some of the reasons that you were able to make that decision to move? Because it really is the hardest decision to move. Once you have a homegrown system, first of all, somebody owns that system. It's somebody's baby. Somebody loves that system, and they have either built it or maintained it. Second of all, you know that system. You know it's not the best, but it's kind of like that thing that you don't like, but you know what's wrong about it. So it is really hard to transition from a homegrown software into any sort of platform or any sort of software that you are now relying on some outside partner to maintain, to grow, and to keep secure. But there are many drawbacks to staying where you are, to not making that decision to move into a modern software. The first one is just the speed at which software grows. We have a team of 20 developers or more at any point in time, literally trying to engineer what's coming next for you. We have a team that's trying to look ahead, a product team, look ahead, what is on the roadmap, what are things that are coming that we can build for our customers in advance. How can we be looking at security? What security measures do we need to take to make sure that our customers and the orders that are flowing through are secure? And then there's just the maintenance cost. So we all know engineers are expensive, product teams are expensive, and just the cost of maintaining a homegrown system can be overwhelming, but it's so baked into the process that a lot of times companies aren't even aware of what is actually costing them to maintain a homegrown platform that is having no technological advances at all. The other benefit of moving to a software and away from a homegrown platform is that you get to take advantage of the best practices of a lot of different companies all uniting under one product team. So our product team will take ideas from our largest accounts, from our medium accounts, from our smaller accounts. We're taking ideas from over 60,000 buyers that are consistently using the platform, and we're trying to put those into a roadmap that makes sense and that is forward thinking to support our brands as they grow and develop. This is what happened with the virtual showroom. So during COVID, we created a virtual showroom pretty much on the spot. I think we had it done a couple months after COVID hit, to make sure that the brands were able to still communicate to their buyers, even though they couldn't be in a showroom or on a trade show floor. Digital catalogs, that came out of the same type of request, but that also came out of a need for sustainability and to make sure that we are creating something in the software where our brands didn't have to, first of all, print so many catalogs, but second of all, could always be at the forefront of sustainability for them. So when you have a homegrown system, it makes it really hard to keep up with industry trends. It makes it really hard to keep up with what everybody else is doing in the market, and it's very expensive to maintain and also even just get the new requests from your own brand, your own sales reps, and your own sales managers into the queue of everybody else that is asking things from the IT team in the company. There are a couple of other things that are important to think about as you are evaluating sticking with your homegrown software for wherever it is. One of those is just training. As new reps enter your team, new sales managers enter your team, how are you going to train them to use the platform or use your software? And what I'm talking about is not just train them on, hey, push this button or push that button, but really train them on how to be forward-thinking reps using old antiquated software. Second of all, are those reps even going to want to use the old antiquated software? We all know that reps are hard to find. Really good reps are hard to find. And most of those really good reps are going to require the brand to offer them or come with some modern software that they can now use to do their job. So what we found a lot of the time is Homegrown software, while it is very niche and very customized for that brand, as new reps start coming in, they want something more. They actually want something more standardized, and they want something that they're familiar with. Another thing that we find brands aren't really thinking about as they make the decision to stay in their current state with their home built platform or move on to a system like RepSpark is the retailer adoption. So retailer adoption is really, really important. That's one of the greatest ways to get ROI from any platform. The more people that are using it, the more orders that are flowing through it, the more bodies that are self-serving, whether it be to check inventory, whether it be to look at invoices, whether it be to pay invoices, whether it be to look at order history or order status. Whatever the reason, the more burden you can take off your actual people resources on your team and move over into self-service. And by the way, everybody wants to self-service now. You're actually not making their job harder. You're making it easier for them to find the information exactly when they want it. And how are you going to train 10,000 new buyers? How are you going to train 20,000 new buyers? How are you going to train 200 new buyers? How are you going to train now 500 buyers? Now you have 1,000 buyers. You want them all coming in and using your platform. That's how you're going to get your ROI. How are you going to train them if you're staying on your home built system? It is much more beneficial to use a platform that is known by all, used by all, understood by all, and I like to say it, loved by all. So these are some things that are really important to think about as you're trying to make the decision to continue on your homegrown system or move on to a platform. These are just the hidden costs that a lot of times we see brands don't think about.